Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics in Order. This is episode 18, and this time we're talking about Iron Fist number 2. This came out in December of 1975. This issue is maybe a key or noted by collectors as it's the first appearance of Miranda, who is Danny Rand's half-sister. This is Miranda. She shows up as basically a ninja, I guess. She's dressed in ninja garb, but she later goes on to become a character named Death Sting. I don't know a lot about Iron Fist, and Death Sting, I do not recognize that name or that character, but the thing that interests me about these comics, the reason that I own them is because they're Chris Claremont, John Byrne produced. Pretty much anything John Byrne did, I tried to collect it, and I got a lot of it. Some of the early X-Men issues I don't have because they're pretty pricey, and even though I've been around for a while, collecting comics for decades, I still haven't managed to get them all, and the longer it takes me, the more expensive they get. So the least likely it'll be moving forward that I'll have the actual X-Men, Uncanny X-Men issues, but I do have classic X-Men to read in their stead. But that's the reason I have Iron Fist, is basically for John Byrne, and this is his first collaboration with Chris Claremont. The artwork's great. I love John Byrne's early artwork. I wish he would have stuck with this style a little longer, I guess. Not that his style throughout the 80s wasn't bad and into the 90s, but something about this early work, it's very much his style. Even with this inker, who I don't recognize, F. Shiramonte. I do not know who that is. He does a pretty good job inking Byrne, in my humble opinion. He's a little heavy on the inks, but not terrible. I don't know. Something about Byrne's work back in these days was really something else, something special. But this issue is, as well as being a minor key for the Miranda character, this girl here, Danny Rand's half-sister, it also recounts, or maybe is the first time that Iron Fist's origin is looked at a little closer. This is kind of a flashback sequence here while he's in Kunlun, basically the Shangri-La of Marvel Comics, where Iron Fist went away up in the mountains in the Andes or the Himalayas or wherever, this mystical city, and he learned to be Iron Fist and got the power of the Iron Fist or whatever. It's basically half this issue is basically a flashback telling his origin. It's funny, the letters page, they're even busting on Chris Claremont back in 1975 for using catchphrases that you'll always hear. Somebody in one of the letters mentions that he every first page of every issue, basically, you see right here, "You are Iron Fist" is the very first caption. And I guess Chris Claremont had been using something very similar to that over several issues of his run on Iron Fist. Either "I am Iron Fist" or "You are Iron Fist" was the way he started it. And the letters page are all busting on Chris Claremont for that kind of thing, which he became pretty famous for, especially in the X-Men. He was always doing stuff like that, which I thought was kind of funny. This issue's in really nice condition. I'd say this is very fine, at least very fine condition, if not very fine plus. Very, very nice shape. This one might go for up to $50 for an old nerd looking for it on eBay maybe. But I don't know. I don't love the Iron Fist storyline. It's interesting. It's pretty convoluted. There's detectives. There's all kinds of side characters. Misty Knight's in there. There's a detective that kind of is partnered with Iron Fist. Maybe there's so many side characters in here all at once. It's kind of nuts. Hard to keep track of, I guess. But I did kind of dip in late in Chris Claremont's run. I started with the last issue of Marvel Premiere, which was the last issue Iron Fist appeared in there after several issues. And so there'd been a bit going on before I started. But anyway, enjoyable nonetheless for John Byrne's artwork, if nothing else. So anyway, if you have any kind of trivia, tidbits, anything I got wrong, please comment down below with it. Like, share, and subscribe. Stick around. I got a lot further to go reading my Marvel comics. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.